Hello friends, today I am here with materials, metals and non-metals part 1 of 8th standard. In today's we are going to discuss physical properties of metals, physical properties of non-metals and chemical properties of metals. So let us start the session. First it is about physical properties of metals. Metals are generally solids. But few metals like mercury are liquid at room temperature. So most of the metals are solid at room temperature except mercury, which is liquid at room temperature. Metals are hard, but there are some metals which are very soft. They can be cut with the help of knife also, like lithium, potassium, sodium. They are very soft metal. Metals have metallic lustrous. Lustrous means they have shiny appearance. Metals are malleable. Malleable means metals can be beaten into thin sheets and these thin sheets can be utilized for various purposes. Metals are also ductile. Ductile means they can be stretched or drawn into thin wires and then that wire is used for various purposes. Metals have high melting point, but there are few metals which are very low melting point. They melt in our hand. Whenever you keep it in your palm of the hand, then it starts melting. So, and those metals which have low melting points are gallium and cesium. Metals have high boiling point. Metals are also good conductors of heat. Means they are able to conduct heat. Best conductors of metals are silver and copper, whereas poor conductor is lead as well as mercury. Metals are also good conductors of electricity and best conductor again are silver and copper. So silver and copper are best conductor of heat as well as best conductor of electricity. Metals are sonorous. Sonorous means they produces ringing sound when they are beaten. So due to this they are used in various appliances, musical instruments, electric bell, etc. Here you can see the ductility of copper. This copper can be drawn into copper wire. Here malleability of gold. Gold is hammered and it is the most malleable metal and that can be made into coin or seed. Here it is seen that electrical conductivity. Metals are responsible for conduction of electricity and also the metals are responsible for conduction of heat. So here it is the diagrammatic representation of various properties of metals. Here you can see also electrical conductivity, thermal conductivity, malleability, ductility, shiny lustrous appearance. So this is also about the properties, physical properties of metals. Here you can see the some lustrous metals, gold, silver, copper, they have shiny appearance. Now let us see about the physical properties of metal. Unlike metal, non-metals may be solids, may be liquid or gaseous. For example, solid non-metals are carbon, sulfur, phosphorus, etc. Liquid non-metal is bromine. Gaseous non-metal is oxygen, hydrogen, nitrogen, etc. So non-metals may be solid, liquid or in gaseous state at room temperature. Non-metals are soft except diamond. Diamond is the hardest known material. It is the natural hardest known material. Non-metals do not have lustrous, but one non-metal, that is iodine crystal, they have lustrous properties. So these are the exceptional among the non-metals. Non-metals are not malleable, means they cannot be drawn into thin sheets, hammered into thin sheets. They are also not ductile, means non-metals cannot be drawn into thin wire. Non-metals which are solid and liquid, they have low melting point. And non-metals which are solid and liquid have low boiling point also. Whereas metals have high melting and boiling point, whereas non-metals have, you can see here that they have low melting and low boiling point. Non-metals are bad conductor of heat and also bad conductor of electricity, except graphite. Graphite is a good conductor of electricity. Non-metals are not sonorous, means they do not produces ringing sound. So that is why non-metals are non-sonorous. Here it is about the physical properties of non-metal: soft, brittle, dull. They are insulators, mostly colored gases, odor or pungent smell present. So these are the some physical properties of non-metals. Here also pictorial, it is shown about the properties of non-metals. Physical property, they may be gases, solid or liquid at room temperature. They come in all colors, no metallic clusters, they are poor conductor and smell, odor or pungent. Now let us see about the chemical properties of metals. First, let us see what will happen when metal react with oxygen. So whenever metal react with oxygen, they form the metallic oxide, and this metallic oxide is also called as basic oxide. Why they are called as basic oxide? Because when this metallic oxide react with water, then they form base. So that is why they are called as basic oxide. For example, when copper is heated, it combined with oxygen, then they form copper oxide. Here reaction is given, copper plus oxygen, that it forms the copper oxide. When aluminum is heated, it combines with oxygen to form aluminum oxide. Here also the reaction is given, aluminum plus oxygen, it will form the aluminum oxide. Like that, when magnesium is burned in presence of oxygen, then magnesium oxide is formed. Mg plus O2, it will form MgO, that is magnesium oxide. When iron is heated with oxygen in presence of water, means moisture should be, then rust is formed. So iron plus oxygen plus water, it will form iron oxide combined with water. When a copper vessel is exposed to moist air, then after some time it looks green color, or it forms green coating over the metal copper vessels. So why? This green color or this green material is a mixture of copper hydroxide as well as copper carbonate. So when copper plus water plus carbon dioxide plus oxygen, so it will form the copper hydroxide and copper carbonate, and this mixture of copper hydroxide and copper carbonate forms a dull green coating over the copper vessels. Now let us see reactivity of metals with oxygen. So the reactivity of different metals with oxygen is different. Metals like potassium and sodium, they react vigorously with oxygen. So hence they catches fire when they are kept open. Hence they are stored in kerosene to prevent burning. So these metals, potassium and sodium, react vigorously with oxygen and hence they able to catch fire. So that is why they are kept in kerosene, and this prevent them from burning. If magnesium is heated, it burns with a bright, dazzling flame. If iron is heated, it glows brightly. If copper is heated, it does not burn, but it forms a black coating of copper oxide. Silver and gold does not react with oxygen. Even high temperature is given to them. So they do not react with oxygen. Some metals like magnesium, aluminum, zinc, lead, etc., they forms an oxide layer over it, and this oxide layer prevent them from further oxidation, means further reaction with oxygen. So this forms them a protective property of metal. So whenever the layer of oxide present over the aluminum, zinc and lead, so these metals are protected, means further they do not react. So they are called self-protecting metal. Now let us see what will happen when the metal react with water. Metals react with water to form metal oxide or metal hydroxide, and as a result hydrogen gas is formed, and this hydrogen gas burns with a pop sound. So not all metal, some metals. You can see here sodium react with water, then it forms sodium hydroxide plus hydrogen gas. Potassium react with water, then it forms potassium hydroxide and hydrogen gas. Calcium reacts with water to form calcium hydroxide and hydrogen. Aluminium reacts with water to form aluminium oxide and hydrogen. Iron reacts with water to form iron oxide plus hydrogen. Now let us see reactivity of metals with water. Sodium and potassium react violently with cold water to form sodium or potassium hydroxide and hydrogen, and it catches fire. So sodium and potassium react with cold water. Calcium react less violently with water and forms calcium hydroxide and hydrogen but does not catches fire. So this is the different reactivity of different metals with water. Magnesium reacts only with hot water. Keep it in mind. Magnesium reacts only with hot water and it will form magnesium hydroxide and hydrogen. Whereas metals like aluminium, iron, zinc only react with steam to form metal oxide and hydrogen. Whereas metals like lead, copper, silver and gold does not react with water, any form of water. Either it is hot, either it is cold, or it is in the form of steam. So they do not react with water. Now let us see what will happen when metal reacts with acids. So metals react with dilute acids to form salt and hydrogen. Here you can see the reactions are given. Magnesium react with hydrochloric acid. It will form magnesium chloride plus hydrogen. Aluminium react with hydrochloric acid. It will form aluminium chloride plus hydrogen. Zinc react with hydrogen chloride to form zinc chloride plus hydrogen. Iron react with hydrochloric acid to form iron chloride and hydrogen. So the reactivity of metals varies. So for the above four metals, the decreasing order of reactivity is magnesium, aluminium, zinc and iron. Means magnesium is most reactive and iron is less reactive. Copper, silver and gold do not react with hydrochloric acid. Hydrogen gas is not evolved when metal react with nitric acid. Now, reaction of metals with bases. Metals also react with some bases like sodium hydroxide, and also they produce the hydrogen gas. Here it is the reactivity of metals, reactivity series. This is called as reactivity series of metals. So potassium is most reactive and gold is least reactive. You can see the increasing reactivity of metals. Gold is least reactive and potassium is most reactive, and other metals are in between them. That is the increasingly reactive. Color of flames of different metals. You can see the flame of potassium, flame of sodium, flame of lithium, flame of calcium, flame of copper. Thank you. For any kind of doubts, please write your question in comment section.